Hello, NFL fans. And finally, the New York Jets pull one off. Let me tell you, a win is a win. Ugly. If you have no wins, you take whatever you can get. And the Jets were able to pull this game out. Really, I'm actually proud of them because number one, they got behind early. They were losing most of the game. They were down by 16, whatever points. The guys kept fighting, especially on offense. The offense, did respond. They kept putting up points, kept putting up points. The defense was, again, very disappointing. The defense was disappointing for really 3.5 quarters. And then in the end, the defense stood up when it really counted. So big up to the Jets finally getting their first win. The Jets showed some fight, first of all, which, Jet fans can be proud of. Their two penalties were down. Although they had some penalties, I think one or two crucial penalties, overall penalties were down. They made winning plays when it counted. That really was the long and the short of these guys winning this game. They actually made winning plays when it counted in the fourth quarter. Breece Hall was just a beast. They just kept feeding him the ball. He was churning out the yards. Made the big touchdown pass, which when the play was developing, I was saying, don't throw the ball, don't throw the ball. But again, the Jets made plays when it counted, and that's the most important thing. The defense played horrible for 3.5 quarters, but when they got the lead and they needed to put pressure on Flacco, they were able to do it. The key to this game was getting Flacco to move his feet on offense. Just get him to move his feet. He's not as accurate. He's not as accurate when he has to move. He's not as accurate when you put pressure on him. And the Jets could not do that for the first 3 quarters, the 3.5 quarters. And but again, when it counted, they made the plays. They made the plays on offense. They made the plays on defense. So big up to the Jets getting their first win. Listen, you got to start somewhere, right? So we'll take a road victory any day. The Jets get a bye next week, so they're not going to lose next week. And then they have the Cleveland Browns coming to New York, which Cleveland's defense is very good. But the question is, do the Jets have the answer on offense? And if they do, they're going to have to put up some points against this Cleveland defense. But more importantly, the Jets defense, they got to answer the bell. 4 quarters of tough defense. That's what they're going to need to be able to defeat the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland, I think they won 2 games this year. They're not very good. They struggle on offense. Very good defense. But do the Jets have the answer on offense? That's the question. Now, the Jets get this win without Sauce Gardner, without Garrett Wilson. That's even more impressive that these guys went out there and got the victory. So I'm just happy. I'm happy to finally get a win. I'm happy to see that these guys talk about the hard work they put in during the week. Happy to see the hard work pay off and these guys get a victory. So big up to the New York Jets. Again, the Jets rushed for 254 yards, 133 of those were Breece Hall's. But on the negative end, they gave up 181 yards rushing. Defense has to play better. The Jets were able to run the ball this week. And you see, they were able to run the ball. It made the passing game easier. You see what I'm saying? They rushed for 254 yards and the offense looks smoother. Why? Because they're able to run the ball. Running the ball is so crucial in the NFL. You got to be able to run the ball. The run sets up the pass. And that's why the game looked easier. When you need 5 yards, you could just turn around and hand it off. Less pressure on your quarterback. Breece Hall was running for 9 yards a carry or something like that. It was ridiculous. If the Jets can run the ball, Fields, and I think the fact that they were able to run the ball, use play action, that's why he looked better. That's why when they can't run the ball, the pressure's on Justin Fields to make plays down the field, and that's just not his game. I thought Justin Fields could be the answer at quarterback. Now that I've seen him play, I'm more likely to say no, that the Jets are going to draft a quarterback in the first round next year. But big up to Justin Fields. He had a lot of pressure on him. A lot of things said about him this week, and he played well. He made plays with his feet when he needed to. He made plays with his arm, more importantly. Without Garrett Wilson, with these young receivers, got to give him credit. Got to give the Jets credit, the offensive line credit. They rushed for 254 yards. I don't think Fields was sacked, so big up to the offensive line. Defensive line, they were just non-existent, honestly. But you get a week worth of rest, and you get to come back the following week against Cleveland, and hopefully the defense can put up a better showing. But I am happy. My Jets showed some fight. They didn't lay down when they got behind. The penalties were down, and they ran the ball. Wow, I love that. I love the fact that they just ran the ball. Even when they were behind, they just kept handing the ball off, mixed in the pass, and Justin Fields looked like an NFL quarterback this week. So proud of my Jets. Happy to get the first victory, and let's see what the future holds. Like they said, you got to try and stack wins, and they get a week off. They get Cleveland coming in, and it's a winnable game if the defense shows up and if they're able to run the ball. And then off running the ball, they're able to use play action. They can put up points. You know, the Jets are capable. They just have not shown it. That's just the reality of it. The results are the results, right? They're 1-7. And the thing is, I was watching the Jet game and the Miami score flashed up. And Miami was winning, beat the Atlanta Falcons, like on the road. And I'm looking at that. I'm like, now the Jets are down by 13 points or something like that. And I'm just like, it made me so mad. Like, Miami, another bad team, but they're on the road and they're fighting and they're winning. And then I'm looking at the Jets and we're down. Biggest thing out of this, the Jets showed fight. Like they made winning plays, and that is the most important thing. A win is a win. We'll take it. Jet fans, I know you're excited. I'm excited to get the first win of the season. And let's see what they can do. I mean, we had a lot of young players out there in the secondary. They didn't play perfect games. I mean, you could see some missed tackles, bad angles. But when you win, it makes those things less relevant because in the end, it's about winning. It's about getting those W's. The Jets were able to get one. Let's see what they can do coming out of the bye. All right. Jets, 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 Jets.